Okay, let's start. Please go ahead.
Hello everyone, Michaela here from Huobi Global, part of the institutional unit, and I'm here today with Emile Machado, which is one of the most prominent traders right now in the US market. I will let him fully introduce himself and give an idea of what we will be talking today.
Thank you so much for the space. Thank you for Huobi to give me the chance to be here. My name is Emile Machado. I'm from Venezuela. 5 years. Okay, when everyone get the chance to see the rise of Bitcoin from 1K to 20. Now the pullback and the bearish market. How no panic and be able to survive and and surf the wave till we get to a new cycle, new bullish cycle again.
Yeah. What about what you're doing in the space at the moment, Emile? If you can guide the audience a little bit about your current ventures, your current projects, is there any project that you would like to highlight?
Actually, yeah. Right now, like I tell everyone, right now on the bear market, you have to focus on follow the building market. What project building, how they prepare to this to keep building whatever they have in the roadmaps, in the milestones, and just make sure that you put your eyes on those projects. But at the same time, right now, it's funny that you ask because I'm trying to do that move to not just be a trader, also create something for the community and the space. And I just literally last week, I launched my first NFT project in the Solana blockchain. They call Profit Friends Club. I don't know, can I share the screen or no?
I think you can. Yes, try
Yes.
it.
Yeah. So let me show you real quick what we have right now. So this is a project that I launched. It's called Profit Friends Club. It's already on Solana a few days ago. We already made almost 2,000 pieces. It's a project that came live with a good partnership that we create with a token called High Street War, trying to connect the metaverse with the DeFi staking protocols, and try to create something with real utility, where people be able to get a foundation and project in the long term. People have to understand that when you build a good project, everything has to be in the long term. You can't pretend to build smart contracts, stakings, and a bunch of products in a few months. You have to focus in the years that you can have in the project. And we have it's an NFT project, so you have to make it funny, interesting, but also with a partnership that we have here. We have the roadmap, the team, the collection, and we have partnership with High Street, Profit for Life, Share Token, and why not? Looking to partner also with some bigger chain like maybe Huobi. Who knows?
Right. What about let's speak a little bit about this. What you said it was very important, like how to do something meaningful and with utility in bear market. I would like to ask you, and I think that's something important for our audience. How do you choose the right projects? What's your filter to make sure that you're doing a great investment in the long term?
Yeah, so first of all, people have to understand that every market has the risk. Like it doesn't matter how percent you secure about something, even a crypto market, forex, real estate, whatever market have risk. So you have to be willing to take that risk. That you have to understand that later you can lose all your money. So you can blame a project for, oh look, the project didn't do nothing, just it's dropping, and at the end nothing happened. You can blame the project because you have to take the risk before you invest. That's something that I like to highlight because some people, mostly the new people, they just jump into the market without measuring the risk. Sometimes they sell everything that they have to just put in the market without understanding that risk. So that's pretty important. And then over the past years, I just be on the market. At the end, the strategies that I built so far is based on experience, like previous experience that I have investing, understanding how to take profit, how to move. But I have my checklist. I like to people to make it easy to people to understand that you don't have to be a analyst or have a degree or know how to read charts. When you go to the crypto market, if you take the time to read the white papers, because so many people, they don't do it. Literally people, why you made that token? Oh, because somebody told me. Oh, because people in social media is talking about this token. Like, you can't invest because of that. You have to read the white papers. That's something that people don't, they don't do it. And then I have like a checklist, I go over the website, what is the project about? Is something realistic? Is something that we need right now in the space? So no. For example, in the previous year, when the DeFi came out, all the hacks of the FIFA DeFi smart contracts started going on. So I found one project that have little utility for a mitigation to stop the hacking of the DeFi protocol to protect the funds. So boom, I see really clear utility right there. And then go over the partnerships with the team. The background of the team is the people that can have, this guy was working in this project. Sometimes you have background for people working on Microsoft, people working for Apple, YouTube in the previous years, and now they move to the crypto space. And literally just a checklist. Then going for our team, white paper, roadmap, utility, are they listing a good exchange right now? Is the SEO? So all those details, if you take the time to look for all the details and see you have a green flag or a red flag, and then you just put in a balance and you see more green flags, you invest. Red flag, you just don't do it.
I like how you have created a framework that you follow religiously, and I think that a lot of people in the space are not following the investing Bible religiously. They don't have a checklist, and when they enter, as you said, they just do it because they want to do it in the moment, based on an impulsive decision and not based on a deep research. What are your biggest lessons in the crypto space? And of course, those lessons have made you the trader that you are today. So if you could name some of them, what would be those lessons that have made you the great trader that you are today?
First of all, the lowest the market cap the coin or token have, or even is it the ICO, the lowest my investment is, because the risk is very high. I learned that in the hard way, and then when I did, I realized that, okay, because I have like maybe 2-3 investments that I have on my whole story on portfolio that literally it went a rock ball, literally like to zero. It was a rock ball. But then because I was doing that, investing like little percent on those risky, but like when you go risky, you're like, okay, I'm looking for a big gain, but it's so risky. If you lower your money there, your percent of investment, whatever happened, like a rock ball, it doesn't hurt your portfolio. That's one of the main rules that I have on my trading plan. It doesn't matter how beautiful looks the project. I see the market cap, how fast they're in the roadmap, to be able to measure the percent of my portfolio that I want to put in that token or ICO or project. That's something key, because some people go like, oh, look, this coin is 0.00001. Imagine if it go to $1, we'll be rich and we'll be billionaire. And then that's not gonna happen that way. You have to, be smart. And then, and then also learn how to take profit. Something that I've been building on my strategies, I take profit. People that sometimes they just holding, and they see 10, 20, 50, even 100 times their money, and they don't even take the investment back. They just freeze. They just like, it will keep going because they get greedy. So you can be in the market with greedy, because that will be play against you. Like, you have to, what I do is like, okay, I invested with no leverage, so I measure my take profits, and I just take partial of my profits. If I have 100% investment in one token, and it goes to 5, 10 times my profit, I take 20%. And then I put another level to take another 20%. Why? Because sometimes people take profits so fast. Let's say they put a $1 in whatever token, and then goes to 2, they take the whole profit, and the next day it's a 10. Because we saw those moves in the bullish market. If I tell you my biggest return in investment, it was a token that invested at 2 cents and then went all the way to 8.50, which was Sandbox. So I made 400 times my money.
Wow, you were one of the earliest in Sandbox. You took that.
Yeah. Even I have something that I call a crypto report, where I sponsor my report to my students and my people, and I put it there. It was in the number 3. And people love me for that. I mean, that's one of the many of that I call in the early times, because I read the white papers. And then, people have to take profit. And then when you take profit, you gotta be smart, because my trading plan is, how can I move from investment to investment in profit. So if you're smart, you take profit, but you make sure that you buy lower than the price that you sell if you buy in the same token. And if the token just keep going up, that's a new capital that you have to invest and diversify in another projects. Some people, they make mistakes. They sell at 2, the token is tomorrow at 5, and then that's it. And then they buy thinking it's going to be at 10, and they sell at 2 to buy to 6, and then they see the drop. So what are you doing? So that's too key. I have like a phrase like sell higher than the entry price when you buy, and then buy lower than the price that you sell. Easy. Yes. Just keep those rules and just do it.
I have another question as well, very interesting, because I do remember, I have been following you for a while, and I remember that one of your biggest success stories was in the previous bear market, and I remember that you did a lot of your current wealth with the previous bear market. So this could be possibly your third, your fourth, if I'm not wrong.
My second bear market. Yeah.
Your second bear market. What advice do you give people out there? Because of course you went through already a very successful bear market last year. What will you say to people right now? What will you say to the ones that are freaking out on the current stages?
Yeah, so for people who have already money in the market and they're in red numbers, you first be patient. 2, reorganize your portfolio. See if you have those dreaming investment or you have real investment where you see the white papers and real projects that you can say, okay, this project is ain't gonna draw down right now, but in the building market, the building to have the growth and go back again to the price that they were and even higher in the bull market. Because sometimes people, they don't realize that they really have coins or tokens that they're going to nowhere, and they're holding forever for a hope. Sometimes if you made that mistake, you have to be calm, like literally emotionless, and be like, okay, I put 1K here. Right now it's at 500. I realize it's a bad token to invest. It's the team, they didn't show up anymore. There's no more updates. Take the loss, measure that loss, because you want to put the money in another token or project where you recover the loss and then you start making profit. So reorganize your portfolio, be patient, and don't freak out. Just make sure and be emotionless. And if you have money, just do dollar cost average. Yeah. I have some projects that I know I've been following, and then if you buy a $1 and it drops to 50, what you can do? You either hold or you either just do dollar cost average and you buy lower to have a better entry price. Period. If you see something good in the project and you invest in that, you can freak out just because the price is dropping, because sometimes the price doesn't reflect the reality of the token. You can see right now tokens that they just doing updates, release, partnerships, and everything, and the price goes down because the market right now is going down. So you can just see the price. You have to be all the points of view.
I like it. I'm going to summarize and say that again because of the people that are hearing us. So he said, in the market, you should reevaluate your portfolio, or in this case, invest a little bit more if you can on lower prices. I really like those 2 tips, and they're very concise. I think that everyone right now is trying to convert again to fiat, or again just take those as a losses. And I think that your advice is very wise because you're giving people an option. Look, you can keep it, don't freak out, try to rebalance your portfolio with other worthy projects, or invest a little bit more in lower prices. I really like it.
Yeah, and then just understand that you sell high and buy low. If you didn't sell or take profit when we were high a few months ago, don't do it right now in red numbers, because that will be play against you. People sell low, and then the price, when you sell, literally the price start going on when you're like, oh, what if the bull market start right now? I will miss it, and then the FOMO plays out, the fear of missing out. So don't play with that, and if you're red numbers because you're in a good project, just be patient, dollar cost average. And these bear markets, I love it because it was, without previous bear market, I didn't have the result that I have right now. I will be honest. Without that big drop to see BTC at almost 3K, ARA 3 cents, all those projects, I didn't have the chance to plant the seeds. But what I did, previous bear market, plant my seeds to be patient. So right now it's a moment to plant your seeds again and just let it grow. literally. Right now, when people see red numbers, when you see people losing money on the markets, that's when you start looking to invest and you look for new opportunities or reinvest in the previous that you have. See what projects right now give you passive income. The most that you have of those tokens, more passive income you create. So stack those tokens or those coins. When XYZ token will go up. So you just wait whatever time you have to wait. It's 6 months, perfect. 1 year, perfect. 2 years, perfect. 3 years, just keep on following the project. And if you see they update, they do everything they have in the roadmap.
You don't put a date on it. To just do the right investment without saying to everyone, look, it's this time, it's this time. Just let it grow.
Correct.
Yeah. What about your most successful cases were Sandbox and any other that you would like to share with us?
If I take my earliest ones was I get ADA 3 cents. That was 100 times. And all of these I put like my minimum investment at the moment was like, okay, per good token that I found, at least 10K, because I saw what happened in the previous markets and I was okay, 10K 100 times is 1 mil. So how many seeds that I can plant that give me 1 mil each? So I get ADA 3 cents, I get Chili's 008 before I get to 94 cents. I get Thor at 10 cents before I get to $20. I get Tita at 9 cents before I get to $16. And all this, I call it like I have all the documentation. I call it with the dates, entry price, and everything for my people. Besides that, I give it to them the keys to find those projects. I found, for example, the one that I told you about the mitigation and the utility that I saw. That was a good utility sample of how you invest, because that project, it didn't have big partnership, it didn't have like big names around, but just the utility at the moment that we need with those hacks happening on the device, it was lossless. I bought it at 2 cents and went all the way to $2.10. That's 100x right there. The Sandbox, obviously, I get Ripple in 2017 before, what to 3.8 at 10 cents my first time. This is cool. I'm going to make an NFT of this. My very first investment, it was on Ethereum at $8.
Wow. Yeah, that's the key. That's the cherry on the top.
And then I'm patient with it. Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of them that I just be calling and I mean, like I said, people, this is my second bear market that I leave. But if you take the chance just to go back in the charts and simulate what happened in the previous market, you learn from that, because we as a trader, we use the database or the previous data of the markets to simulate what could happen right now and to see where it's going again. And literally, it's right there, the information. Just be patient. My key was I was patient. Imagine how I was that patient that I saw my 10K to go to 100K, 500K, and still waiting, taking partials, because I knew where everything went going, and flip those 10, 12 to million. Oh, cake at 25 cents before I get to.
Oh yeah, that was.
And that was amazing, because for the first 6 months, the APY on the staking was like at 400%. So I was making so much money K while it was rising. So for me, K, it pay a lot of stuff that I have right now.
What is your favorite platform for staking, or what do you use for staking at the moment?
I mean, I don't have like a favorite platform, because some people they use the staking that you have on the chains, but sometimes it's not as higher if you stay straight with the protocol, right? So to go straight with the protocol, you might be have to create a wallet, connect it, do it by yourself. So some people they don't know how to do it. They're scared about to do it wrong. So okay, let me say just with the chains. On the chains, sometimes you have a limitation. You can say everything that you have. Well, I mean, I love PancakeSwap. I love the staking of Elrond. Actually, Elrond, I get a cents as well before they flip to the zeros. That was another early one on 2019. I remember I got it. Yeah.
So you want to go directly to the chain that.
Yeah, if I need to open a new wallet, I just do it with Polkadot. The options, you can do it with the chain or do it yourself. I did it by myself. Staking on the K, I do it on PancakeSwap with the Trust wallet. Solana, actually looking for the nodes. Share token also have staking and trade on the app. So I have like I mean, you have to be also organized. People, if you have organization on your keys or your private keys or your seed phrase and where you have your money, you can lose your money just because you lose a key, you lose the wallet. So make sure you have everything on papers, not just photos, because people make so many mistakes. They take the photo of the private key, and then they lose the photo. Oh, I don't have the picture because I don't have the phone. Do you have it in the cloud at least? No, I didn't send it to my cloud. There's nobody that can help you to recover that private keys. So you lose your money. And I have a student that they made their mistake because they didn't know. So
it's a really good advice. It seems an advice for dummies, but many of us commit it, so it's really well noted.
No, believe me, when you have 5, 10 protocols that you do staking, it's easy to make a mess on all those private keys.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna jump now on one of my questions for the future. What segments of what sectors do you see that are gonna have the biggest ROI? In my case, I think metaverse. But in your case, what do you think is gonna have the biggest ROI?
I have three niches that I'm looking right now to see. I mean, obviously metaverse. Actually, it's funny because when I invest on Sandbox, I was reading a few days ago. I was reading my own crypto report, and I already at that moment, before the metaverse become the metaverse, I use the word metaverse. But I get it because I read the white paper. It was, dang, I was using the word metaverse before even Meta turns Meta. I know Facebook's Meta. So I was a few months ahead of everyone. And yeah, I mean, obviously metaverse, it will keep growing. But I see two good opportunities with the merge, for example, on all the projects that implement this ZK-Rollups. The layer for Ethereum that, lower fee, higher transaction speed, and more security. Those one, and also the DAOs. If you see a good DAO project right now, like I say, Metaverse, ZK-Rollups, and DAOs are for me the new big players that are going to come out in the next ballroom.
With DAOs, people are a bit skeptical. Even myself, I'm still a little bit skeptical about the sector. How would you choose a good DAO? A DAO that you think that will be impactful? What is your opinion on the matter? And again, coming from a total interest of mine.
Yeah, I mean, if you see right now, everyone, I mean, remember all the mostly of the token, they're smart contracts. So right now, if you see the market, all the tokens, they want to implement DAO. It's different than when you have a token that want to implement DAO, that a token that was made to be a DAO. It's two different things. So when I see a good DAO, is my main focus is on the tokenomics, how they do the distribution of the tokens. Because if you see a DAO where the team have 25% of the tokens, they're like, that's not a DAO. They just, hey, let's vote for this. We have the most of the tokens, just vote, and boom, DAO. I mean, I see it has to be a fully decentralized tokenomic distribution where when you don't see these big whales, and you know the decision that is going to be made because it was voting and literally a true decentralization, and whatever happened in the DAO, it was a real process of people voting using their token as a power to vote, and then that's the main thing. And then it's either has staking rewards. What type of smart contract they're using. Right now, for me, the biggest or better blockchains are obviously Ethereum, Polkadot. I see Polkadot going big with the DAOs. When they finalize the whole process with the auctions and the new parachains coming out and really be used, I see Polkadot going big in that area, and also Solana. Those three big for me. If you see PancakeSwap is a DeFi and they have a DAO, but the DAO is like something on the side. It's not the main thing of PancakeSwap.
I see. Really, really good criteria to also choose and to know the difference in between that many don't know. I think that my closure for today will be. I know that you're right now in the United States. You're in Miami, so I think that you're living the crisis on the first line, I would say. Like any of us. But the CEO of JP Morgan today went away saying that probably the US will enter recession for a few months. And we know that the BTC market is highly correlated. So the crypto market and top 10 crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum are correlated with S&P. My question, out of financial advice, it's not financial advice, how do you see the market performing alongside recession? Do you see it will be correlated or non-correlated?
I would say just that we are not at the really bottom yet.
Okay.
That's how I see it. I see like we still have space to keep going down, and now with the official recession, I mean we already are, but now they want to make it officially, and everything is correlated. If you see the charts, when I talk about correlation, I like to go to the charts. That's what I also do, like technical analysis. And for me, it's completely correlated with the recession and everything and panic. There is no way that BTC go up right now. That's why you see the cycles. For me, the next maybe bull market, seeing the previous cycles, will start at the end of the next year, 23, and all 2024. Also with a halving coming up on 2024, the next halving. So that's the cycle for me right now. Recession, maybe first half of 23, consolidation, or maybe go down, and then we see the recovery of the markets like we see it before.
I 100% agree with you, and the reason why I agree with you is because it makes no sense that we're entering a recession. S&P 500 probably will go a little bit more down. Apparently, to the CEO of JP Morgan, it can go 20% further down. So yeah. I do agree with you. Maybe because of the correlations of both markets and the intermarket relationships, we will see another bottom before we actually see a rise in crypto assets. Well, I think that we're going to start wrapping up by asking you to share your social media with us. Can you share your username in Twitter and Instagram with us? And also, how can people contact you for all your amazing ventures that you'll bring to the markets?
Thank you. Yeah, so on Instagram, you can find me as EmileTrader. Twitter, it will be EmileTrader without the R at the end. And on YouTube, I have an open channel where literally is a full academy where I like to, share for free my knowledge, my experiences. The most of the content is in Spanish, but I have a few videos for cryptos actually, like 2 videos of 2 hours fully in English about everything that I told. And if you contact me and you tell me, hey, I speak English, I see your interview with Huobi, I want to learn. I also help people that want to learn in English, and maybe soon I also open my English Academy for crypto because people is asking me like, please teach this in English too. We need to make money with you. So those are my social media, and feel free to text me from any channel.
Good. What about your communities? Do you have Telegram, Discord? What's the community that you would like to have people on?
Yeah, I have Telegram, I have Discord. Right now, I'm really focused trying to build the Profit Friends Club community. So if you want to also follow the social media, you can go literally on the website. You go all the way at the bottom, and you can find here the social media for our NFT project and also with me.
Good. Well, I'm gonna start by, or gonna end this amazing webinar by saying thank you, Emile. If anyone that is looking forward to learn more about the markets and the way he invests, do please follow him. He posts amazing content. I have been following him for ages, and that's why he's here today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emile. A pleasure to interview you, and yeah, see you in another edition of Huobi Live.
Peace out.